You notice how the NBA is trying to pretend that they never did Black Lives Matter on the basketball court, that they never had social justice warrior slogans. This year, they've done their best in terms of the game itself to just pretend that 2020 never existed. And I think partly that's because they're aware that their association with Black Lives Matter looks worse and worse the more we learn about this organization. Black Lives Matter put out a statement. I was stunned even that Black Lives Matter would put it out, criticizing the United States government, blaming the United States government for the situation in Cuba, and supporting the Cuban government. I want to reiterate again, Black Lives Matter, a racial justice organization that existed primarily to protest, remember the mostly peaceful protests we had all last summer, that existed mostly to protest injustice in the United States, came down in favor of the Cuban government, the communists in Cuba, who are beating and imprisoning protesters in Cuba who are speaking out in favor of freedom, in favor of democracy, in favor of just basic market-based capitalism. Black Lives Matter endorsed the communistic totalitarian dictatorship of Cuba rather than the protesters seeking freedom. I don't know how everyone who supported Black Lives Matter in any way in the United States is not disgusted and embarrassed by that support now. The organization's founders made themselves multimillionaires. They bought million-dollar homes all over the country, gated communities, mostly white communities. And now they are supporting communism and the Cuban government. In fact, if you heard Jen Psaki and the Biden White House, she wouldn't even say that communism is bad. That's where we are now. The Democratic Party has so allied itself with far left-wing organizations and people like Bernie Sanders, who spent, frankly, their entire his honeymoon in Moscow. Think about how weird that is. These are people who support the idea of communism. They do. And whenever you look at history, communism always ends in injustice. It's the natural result. Failure for the people, injustice for the country. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Black Lives Matter supports the Cuban government. It's wild.